Hello, world, and all who inhabit it. You probably have a lot of questions like, L, where's the art video? And L, why are you wearing a practically see-through Captain America shirt? First of all, it's hot outside, okay? Second, I have my sketchbook on my skirches right here. For those of you who are newer, this started out as more of a vlogging, mental health kind of channel. That got to a point where it was very emotionally tiring for me because I was attempting to vlog about very personal things every day. It's just not a great thing to do with your time. I thought it would be good to do an update. In case you haven't noticed, this is a different environment. I'm currently technically homeless, so that's been great. I fell for the scam online, thought it was a job. It seemed very legitimate. They have a website and everything, because of course they don't hand those out to just anybody. They didn't promise you so much money that you thought that it seemed illegitimate, you know? It was weird. It was really weird. I feel dumb, but I fell for it. That was right after I got fired from a job. I'd never been fired before. I was given no warnings. I wasn't spoken to in any way about my perceived misconduct, because that would be professional, right? Which irritates me because the organization I was fired from, I really do believe in as an organization, but I also know someone else who was fired from it around the same time because she wasn't enjoying the job, which is like, really? Like, that just seems expressly unprofessional. Here's something else, like, they weren't gonna tell me. Like, why do I have to give you 2 weeks notice if you don't have to give me 2 weeks notice? I have bills, and I'm relying on you to pay them. That's been, yeah. Anybody who's been you've done the job searching thing before, you know that in itself, it kind of is a full-time job. It's very time-consuming. You have to find things that either are in your area and that you can physically do. I know myself in that I know that I cannot do food service. I will become so stressed that I will put myself back in the hospital, and that doesn't help anybody. But honestly, I have trouble even working full-time in an office environment. I've tried it a few times. It is not just bad for my mental health, it's bad for my dissociation, it's bad for physical health. It's really difficult for me to do, which is why I've been attempting to pursue time creator, as well as applying for jobs. It's not a fun place to be. So I've been filming, I've been writing, I've been applying for jobs, basically just I'll spend an entire day creating, and then I'll spend the next day just filling out job applications, and I just keep getting told over and over and over, no, 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 and not really knowing why. I'm very lucky that there are people who are willing to let me stay with them. That is fantastic. I was like, oh, I want to contribute to the electric bill, and then I'm like, wait, I need this money from Patreon. Thank you so much if you're on Patreon. I need that to drive to my psychiatrist, because it's a long drive even from where I used to live. You guys know I have ADHD and things like that, and I've got a lot going on in my head that does require constant monitoring. Otherwise, again, I don't want to end up back in the hospital. That doesn't help anybody. As far as my mental health right now, I'm not depressed. I went through a breakup of a relationship that really meant a lot to me, and my cats aren't here. I am, again, technically homeless. Weirdly, at least right now when I'm recording this, I don't feel depressed. There's definitely a lot going on, but I feel more spaced out than anything else. And I really can't afford to see a new therapist concerning the dissociation. That is something I want to work on, be able to not constantly be in this weird, detached, dreamlike state, which is just compounded by ADHD. I lost my train of thought there. And there's gonna be a video for this soon. This is Orla Gartland. If you haven't listened to her music yet, I really recommend it. Drew an old roommate, drew a Dodie. Dodie's fun to draw. Sometimes as an artist you find a person and like sometimes it isn't even their face. Like I had a boyfriend who I was like, man, I really want to draw your hands. Like I loved his hands. I've been doing that. I've got a few pages drafted for my memoir graphic novel, but that's also been difficult because when you live in a dissociated state, like there's so much in my life I don't really properly remember. There's not really a better way to phrase that, but there are good things happening right now, and I think that helps with the depression. Like, my ex and I are still friends. How many times do you get an amicable breakup? I introduced some friends to, you know, Enneagram and Millenniagram, so that was fun. They're like, what's your Enneagram number? And I'm like, oh, I'm a 4. And they're like, what's that? And I'm like, it's the individualist. We're very emotional. We're very creative. We tend to spend a lot of time in our own heads. And I'm also the investigator, who also tends to spend a lot of time in their own head. And everybody's like, oh yeah, I see that. That's been kind of nice to be like, oh, I have a distinctive personality. I am gonna be uploading a video every day in August, not just for art videos, but also for here's a discussion about this artist, and here's artists that you should be following. I've got a list I'm working on of art films that I really feel like you should see if you haven't seen them yet. If you want to support this channel, my Patreon link will be in the description below. For people who don't know, it is a once monthly subscription service where you pay an amount that you choose to a artist or independent creator. Every little bit is so appreciated. It's like this thing that says, oh, I believe in you as a creator, I want to see what you do, and I want to help you get there, and that really means so much to me. I will also be putting a link in the description for my Ko-Fi. It's just a one-time thing where you pay a creator, again, an amount that you choose. Like, if you are able to, and if you're not, I totally understand. I think that about covers it. That was a much longer video than you're probably used to. There will be credits for my patrons here in a second. I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, for being here with me. Hopefully very soon, really actually a full-time illustrator and artist. All these things that I feel like I've been working for my entire life. Love you.